Kedu Baoni Etise. Thank you for tuning in for my review of Marvel's Black Panther. So let's get to it. Yeah. So, Black Panther, starring Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, the King of Wakanda, and so he must lead his country as they hide their existence from the outside world, and he deals with the impact of his father's legacy as the previous Black Panther. So a film of this magnitude only comes around once in a generation, not just in terms of quality, which I'll get to, but also for its cultural impact. Obviously, Black Panther is a film everyone will love, but the impact of this film on the black community especially cannot be understated. To give you an idea of what I meant, it was decided many, many weeks ago that we'd go as a large group wearing traditional African attire to the cinema. So this is literally what I wore yesterday. It was like massive squad goals thing. It was insane. So not only did black people promise not to watch this film on pirate, we pre-booked to watch this film in the cinema. Pre-booked. Let that sink in for a second. So it was a big deal. So finally, when the audience in the cinema is cheering and clapping before the film has even started, you get a clear level of the anticipation for this movie. So big deal. So now to the movie itself. My brother, he once played a game, Grand Theft Auto, and it had a black character. I think his name was CJ, who lived in a ghetto area of the city. So what my brother loved about this game and about his story is that it wasn't just a story about black people. It was a story about black people written by black people. A subtle but crucial difference. So this made it gritty, hilariously funny, and quite simply more authentic. Holding to that word authentic, we're going to be touching on that quite a lot. Within the first 15 minutes and throughout Black Panther, you can feel in your soul this was a story written by black people. Certain things happen, like, yeah, I get that. So you just know this was written by black people and they understand how we think. The reason I was so sure of this was due to clever and authentic nods to many things experienced in black and African culture. Early in the film, Nigeria gets a shout out and loud. Literally, you know how we are, and loud in the cinema, we're cheering and everything. So that was all that. And so in the middle of my own tribal cheering for Nigeria, Nigeria, I smiled because the writers knew we'd have this reaction. They knew if we drop Nigeria here, these people, they'll go loud, they'll go crazy. They invested in the film more. So I was like, okay, cool. They knew that, and they were right. They're right because we did do that. And so shortly after the scene, Ghana gets a name drop in the film. I was like, okay, because they knew they couldn't shout out Nigeria without mentioning our cousins who we share a special relationship with. So as again, black people, they knew you can't just say Nigeria right, guys. So they did it right. And so once again, I was like, okay, cool. These people know what they're talking about. So as a person of logic, I was like, I can't just use my soul and feeling. Let me look this up. And who wrote this film? Who directed this film? And the director is a black guy called Ryan Coogler. He also made the most recent Rocky film, Creed, that starred Michael B. Jordan. So, yeah, my notes here. I can't believe I'm saying this, but another reason for the authenticity is the level and quality of witchcraft in the film. When I'm watching African films with my wife, being the angel that she is, she has zero tolerance for witchcraft of any kind in these films. And I often end up just telling her, baby, it's only small juju now. Why would the wahala? It's only small jujus. It's not that deep. It's not serious. So, but once again, I can't believe I'm saying this. The juju wasn't put. These writers had clearly watched enough Nollywood films to make it real enough for me as a Christian to feel mildly uncomfortable at what I was seeing and hope we move on to another fight scene fairly quickly. So basically, they've done their research in that department. And speaking of fight scenes, oh my days, bodied. When Marvel does fight scenes, you know they set the bar high. But even then, I was sat in open mouth, like shell-shocked on some of the awesomeness on screen, like, wow. Because you could see these guys, it was choreographed really well. The actors, they trained to make it look good, realistic. So really, really impressed by that count. Oh, hello camera. So by now you understand that this film was a continual stream of hashtag Black Excellence. Also, there was a healthy dose of hashtag Black Girl Magic in there as well. Lupita was absolutely flawless. I mean, what else can you say about her? But so was T'Challa's fiercely loyal right-hand woman. I can't remember her name, but basically his main general, like female, in his all-female army, like literally women just deadly, 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 deadly. And she stole the show from me because she was ferocious while fighting, and also there's a hilarious scene with something to do with weave, another black reference. Watch the film, you see what I mean. And hers was a brilliant performance alongside many other great female performances in the film. A special shout out to Charla's little sister, who was also hilarious. How did the men do? Strong performances all around. Forrest Whitaker, he tried. Yeah, my wife was saying we haven't seen him for a while, so it's good to see him back in a blockbuster movie. I've been saying for ages, Daniel Kaluuya could win an Oscar for his facial expressions alone, and he doesn't disappoint here. Literally, I could just watch him in a silent movie, just looking around like, bruh. So he was brilliant. Chadwick Boseman delivered and did what was expected of him as T'Challa and Black Panther. So do not see this as damning or faint praise, because the pressure and expectation on this role was astronomical, and he took it in his stride. However, for me, Clive, the strongest male performance was Michael B. Jordan. You could feel his rage throughout the film, and once again that word, authenticity. This is what I feel gave him a slightly unfair advantage when comparing his performance to Boseman. Boseman had to continually hold a fictional African accent and deliver a great performance, while Jordan's character was African American, so it would have been more natural to him, and it therefore would have been easier for him to deliver a very strong performance, which he did. Quick word about the accents. Generally good, apart from with T'Challa's sister, you could hear shades of her British accent because the actress is British. And Forrest Whitaker decided he'd be South African for one line. Black Panther. Yeah, I'll have to also point out, as well as having epic action scenes, the film was also strong in emotion as well. The struggle that T'Challa faced trying to be his own man without the guidance of his father was a theme that hit really close to home. Because I felt the same way since losing my dad quite a few times, and once again that thing, authenticity, that they really knew what they were going for there, and it was real. There was also the lighter romantic subplot between T'Challa and Lupita that added an extra dimension to the film. So, in conclusion, whether you are black, white, Asian, or any colour of the rainbow, I highly recommend you watch this film. This is not only a milestone for authentic, that word again, black cinematography, but also a brilliant Marvel film in its own right. So, some of you may know that my Igbo Nigerian name is Chinedu. It means God is leading me. Therefore, it's only fitting that Marvel's Black Panther has officially been given Chinedu's bodied seal of approval. Go and watch it, bodied. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or even movie review requests, please drop a comment as well. Can we get this to 1 million views? Yeah, can we? No, by 1 million I mean 100. My last video stuck on 88, so it'd be great to break the 100 barrier. Take care and God bless, guys. Thanks for watching this. Take care. Bye.